Hello everyone and welcome in our 1 hour handstand workshop. My name is Asha Luver and I want to say a few things. First of all, in 1 hour of course it's impossible to cover all of the details that you need for a proper handstand. Second one, I'm a theoretical guy, so maybe you'll not go today with a lot of exercises and physical practice, which trust me will be also, but you went out with a solid foundation, a solid thing that will make you to understand what is the handstand, what are the basics, how to structure it, and what are the progressions. And of course, despite of your level, beginner or advanced, all of us will have fun today. So if you're ready, take your coffee, take your water, and let's start. And we'll start in the downward dog position because of course we have to warm up. And already here I can say a few things for you, is that don't treat warm-up just as something that you should do quickly, as something that you should do only to increase the temperature of your body. No, your warm-up is your time to work on things that you have lack of. Let's say you have lack of flexibility or mobility. In that case, your warm-up time can be a moment where you can spend 15, 20, 30 minutes in order to work on your splits, on your backbends, and preparing your body for handstand, also improving your future skills. But for now, let's go into the plank position. One inhale, exhale, chaturanga, cobra, and downward facing dog. And let's go a few more times like that. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And forward, down, inhale, up. And 2 more times, forward, down, inhale, exhale, and 1 more time, forward, down, inhale, and exhale. Good. Try to bring your heels on the floor. Keep your legs straight. Push your chest toward your toes. Feel that stretching in the back of your leg for 5. Breathe 4, 3, 2, 1. And we already can start with our handstand, which means plank position. Spread your fingers. Why do I say that this is handstand? Because take a look. You bring your hands as wide as your shoulders, you spread your fingers, you protract your scapula and you push yourself up. This is handstand. Bring your shoulders over your wrist and we stay here for 10, for 9, for 8, for 7, for 6, 5. Squeeze your abs. 3, 2, 1. Drop your toes. From here, knees. Bring your wrist toward yourself. Spread your fingers again. Bring your knee a little bit more closely. And we are going forward and a back, forward and a back, giving a good stretch for our forearms and for our wrists. Okay, breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just slowly stop here. And again, remember that you don't need to go through the pain. It's okay to feel a little bit uncomfortable. It's okay to feel the stretching, but feeling pain is not okay. So found your angle, found your comfortable position on 3, on 2, on 1, and slowly release one hand, release another hand. Bring your knee back and very carefully, fingers, knuckles. From here you are going on the opposite side of your wrist and a back, fingers, fist, opposite, finger, fist, opposite. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your wrist side by side and just slowly go with some shoulder movements. You can make circles, you can make right and left. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Sit down, shake your wrists. On 3, on 2, on 1. And let's warm up our shoulders. Keep your back straight, raise up with your hands as wide as your shoulders, keep your elbows straight, and from here, without bending your entire body, do the shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and one more time. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Slowly bring your hands behind, connect your fingers, connect the shoulder blades, straight your elbows, and from here you can slowly bend your entire back. Just open the chest for 3, for 2, for 1, and release. And let's go slowly with our first conditioning exercise, but this is still warm-up section. It's not a handstand section. So very often, especially yoga girls, I see they have a good level of flexibility and mobility, but they have lack of control over it. Let me show you something which is from the tuck handstand. From here, you bring your hands forward, you drop your chest, and if you turn me 90 degrees over the floor, this is how usually I see people doing their tuck handstand. I'm gonna show you in a second. And our goal is to round our lower back, which will create a completely different line over our spine. So here we are going too much with our shoulders, we open them too much, and we are bending our lower back, which we don't need in our handstand. In handstand we need close lower back, ears between of your shoulders. And of course, let me show you, just for future, just to know what do I mean. So is there any difference in between this shape and this shape? This and this. So same thing I see very often, and same thing we're gonna work in our conditioning exercise right now. So slowly bring your shoulders forward, bring your hands forward, drop your shoulders, bend your entire back, which is a comfortable, by the way, still position in order to stretch, to open the chest, and from here slowly round your lower back. Ears in between of your shoulders. Breathe. For 3, for 2, for 1. Slowly bend again, and one more time. Exhale. Round 3, 2, 1. Release, and one more time. Stretch. Remember that feeling in your body, and remember the difference with this feeling when you round your lower back. For 3, for 2, for 1. Slowly return. Great. From here, let's activate our shoulder blades. We have shoulders over the wrist. Spread your fingers, and you just retract, protract. What I don't want to see is bending yourself completely. No, you have a neutral spine, and one thing that you're doing is just shoulder blades in, shoulder blades out, shoulder blades in, shoulder blades out. For 10, breathe. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep it protracted. Remember that feeling of pushing the floor away from you. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's slowly go to the next part, which is Malasana. We're gonna open our hip flexors, our legs, our pelvis. Keep your back straight. This is something that usually boys have lack of, and it's very important. It's very important to work on your flexibility and mobility, which will unlock a different range of motion and so many future skills. And even the handstand itself going to be much more comfortable and easier for you, which will also help to prevent injuries. But for now, just open it. For 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Take your right ankle and raise up with your right hand. Drop your left shoulder toward your left knee. For 5, 3, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly switch. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly sit down. Open your legs. 1, open 2. That's good. Let's go with the pancake stretch, but for now, just have a few free moments, moving on the right, on the left. And one thing to say, keep your knees straight, which means engage your quads and point with your toes. Don't be just relaxed. Control your entire line. point, and we go 1, 2, slowly lower and lower, 3, 4, 5. If here your back is like this, which is okay, firstly, bring that into your routine. You have to work over that. And second one, you can bring 2 blocks under yourself, which will make the things a little bit more easier. For 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Good. From here, keep your wrists, keep your fingers down, up, down, up, down, up. And when you go down, don't go from the chest having that type of round back. Straighten yourself, open a little bit your chest, and you go from the stomach. You push your stomach toward the floor. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring your hands behind your back or wherever you want, and just allow your body to go toward the ground for 5. Breathe. 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Let's go toward our left leg. Just slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Open the legs a little bit more. Take your hands side by side on the floor. You can up with your toes and slowly go lower. This time stretch yourself much more deeper. Deep inhale, deep exhale. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go up. Great. And let's go toward the last part of our warm-up section for today is, of course, abs. I recommend to start with the most basics one, the dynamic movements. What do I mean by that? Bend both of your knee, bring your hands forward, and just 12 times we are going to squeeze our abs in order to turn them on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I say 12 times, but I feel that we can go more. Take a little rest. You can make a little twist before we go to the next round. Next round we'll have a hollow hold. And let's go toward our hollow hold. Push your lower back toward the floor. If this is too hard for you, you can keep it like this, but without being like that. So I don't need to see your lower back being bent. And rest, or that option, or that option. And keep it 15 seconds. 10 more seconds. 5 more seconds. And release. Good. Again, you can open your chest, for example. Take a little rest for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Great, and our last one for abs, one of my favorite. So we are going down, we are going up with our left leg, and from here, don't switch them. No, you just go 10 times right toward the left and then left toward the right. So 1, 2, and now take a look. Keep your legs straight, don't bend, do your best, keep it straight, round your lower back, push your hands forward, don't keep it on the floor. And from here, let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, switch, 1, keep it straight, 2, breathe, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oppa! Good. We can say that we finish with our warm-up section, which of course we always can fill with something specifically for you, but this is the entire thing that I love to do. We warm up our shoulder, our entire body, we warm up our legs, we turn on our abs, and there is one more thing that we can do all together in order to activate yourself is push-ups. 10 push-ups for everyone. So let me show you firstly how I want to see these push-ups, and then we can do them together. So if you're capable to go with your straight legs, please, I don't want to see these. Round your lower back, engage your fingers, have your shoulders over your wrists. You're going 1 and you're going 2. That's the position. This is something that's gonna create a good habit for a future handstand. If this is too hard for you, which is completely okay, you can go from your knee and make sure that your elbows are not going like this, or you're not dropping only your chest, or you're not going with your elbows back. Create a 90-degree angle, look a little bit forward, round your lower back. In one line, you go down and you go up. If having your hands very narrow is hard for you, you can bring them a little bit more wider, which is completely okay. But again, pay attention to your elbows and the way how you go with that line. Great, let's go all together 10 times. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great job. Now we can say that we finished with our warm-up section. So now we will go toward our handstands. I'll explain things. Before we start, you can put this video on pause. Take 2 yoga blocks or 1, or a chair if you don't have it, which is okay, but not a big chair, a small one, and then we will go toward that. So let's go toward our next destination. Many people think at the start, at the beginning, that you should go toward that wall. But I can tell from my own experience that wall, usually at the start, can more hinder you than actually help. Your progression starts from the floor, from the blocks, from the chair, and only then you are going toward the wall. When you already adapt the movement, you have some understanding of the technique, of the way how you activate all of the parts, how to create that proper line, and then, because if you go from the start, it will look very bad. A little bit later I'm going to show you how usually it looks like. But for now, let's activate ourselves, let's activate our shoulder blades. What do I need from you? We are going with our hands on the floor. Of course, it also depends on how flexible is the back of your leg, also your pelvis mobility, but still, have your hands as wide as your legs, as wide as your shoulders. Spread your fingers. Middle finger is looking forward. So don't open, please, this wrist. Middle finger is looking forward. Next one, keep your elbows straight and turn them toward you. Step number 3, bring your ears in between of your shoulders. A big mistake that I usually see is when people are bringing their head forward. It's usually one of the reasons why you have that banana shape, ugly shape, I would say. Ears in between of your shoulders, and now you have one line. Bring your legs a little bit more closely, as close as you can. And from here, bring your heels up and slowly shift your body weight into your hands. Push yourself up from the ground, and we are going for 10. For 9, for 8, for 7, push, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. There is a good question that you may have is like, where should I bring my gaze? You bring your gaze 5-10 centimeters behind your wrist position. What do I mean by that? So you bring your wrist on the floor, yes, and you bring your gaze somewhere here. Not too forward, but not back. It's very often when I see people, like I tell them, like, for example, hide the ears, and they think, okay, I hide the ears, so I'm gonna look then. No, you're gonna lose your balance. But we are going for round number 2. I don't have yoga blocks, but I have that piece of wood. That definitely is more than enough to feel the difference. Bring your hands here, bring your legs here. And why do this conditioning exercise is good? Because it's very often wall, yes? People rely too much on that wall and they try to stick out their legs. But the first thing that you always have to do if you work in all these progressions, first of all, to move your body weight into your hands and then to take your legs out, and not vice versa. Your body weight, your balance, your handstand should to be in your hands. Legs have to be something that just contribute to that, something that assists you, something that help you, but not having your entire body weight onto that wall, onto that leg. A little bit later I'm gonna show you. For now, let's go for this one. Bring your legs again, hands more forward, and slowly ease in between of your shoulders. Don't bend your elbows, push your pelvis up, heels up. Look down for 10, for 9, for 8, for 6, 7, sorry, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How you can see, I always miss with my count, but it is what it is. Another thing that I would like to say is, of course, use your fingers. It's very often when I see a flat wrist, or even more worst, is when they bring their wrist in that position. No, your wrist is your foundation. What do I mean by that? Bring your wrist completely on the floor. Make sure that your your shoulder is not over the beginning of your wrist. You should go a little bit more forward, which will engage your entire wrist. Bend a little bit your fingers, so you bend your first phalange. It should look like this, not like that, like this. I call them spider wrists. And this is how I say your foundation. This is what helps you. This is the first thing that you should take care on when you're doing your handstand. So let's go with round number 3 with our previous conditioning exercise. Slowly bring your hands on the floor. Slowly push your heels up. Push yourself out from the floor. Take a look at your gaze. Bring your ears in between of your shoulders for 8, for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Another thing, great, good job. Another thing that you may notice, some of you, is that having bad flexibility will not allow you, as I said before, to go in a full range of motion doing all of these conditioning exercises. And that also should work as one of the hints why you have to work on, because otherwise you lose so many progressions, not because you're weak, not because you can't, just because your body don't allow you. So that's why it's more like relatable to the guys, because they usually miss the flexibility and mobility part. Work on it. But we are going toward conditioning exercise number 2. Let me first of all show you, and then I'll explain you. So it will look like that. Something similar, a mix. We'll step forward. I remember sometime before I thought this is some sort of useless exercise, but I found it pretty good. So we are going 1, 2, 3. So we'll make these steps forward, back. What is important here? Wait a second. Firstly, of course, our goal is to hold our legs a little bit in the air. And one of the main key thing that you should do here is always pushing yourself up. Like there is a sky and you try to go toward the sky. Even when your legs fall toward on the floor, you still push yourself up. And take a look also why it's important to keep your ears in between of your shoulders. Because if you have your head forward like that, take a look, you'll create that banana shape and uncomfortable position. It's like, I just can't. It's just so hard because head forward is pushing your back back. Create your line first, and thing number 2, don't overlean with your shoulders, because first of all, it will be uncomfortable in your wrist and you'll fall. What do I mean by that? So don't go like too much like this, because you can fall. So let's start. 2 rounds, 3, 4 steps forward, go a back, forward and a back. Let's go. I'm gonna do this one with you. Usually when I provide workshops, It is very comfortable because I can just look at the people without working with them, but now I have to show everything, so I have to work with you. And we are going 1, 2, 3, and 4. And let's go one more round. Breathe and shift your body weight. The same thing as in previous conditioning exercise. First of all, shift your body weight in your hands, then push yourself up, then stick out your legs. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's go toward conditioning exercise number 3. But give me a second first. Why I don't recommend wall to start? People usually open their Instagram where someone is telling them, oh, you want handstand? Go on the wall, do this and that. But imagine a person who never practiced handstand inversions themselves, just going with your entire body weight in a completely opposite direction, in an inversion, and you bring your entire body weight over the wrists that aren't prepared, forearms and everything, which is completely useless at the start. You just hinder yourself more, and usually it looks like this. So they're going, it's very hard for them even to move these hands, and let's say they are going up, and then you can see this type of position, something like this, elbows are bent. So there is a good question in that case, why are you doing this? What is the purpose if it's still very hard for the person? That's why I always recommend, I always insist, first of all work here, then elevate it with a chair, and then we're ready, you can go toward the wall. And one more thing that I wanted to say, but honestly I forgot, so we're gonna miss it. But for now, let me show you one great exercise. So we can put our legs again on the block, on the chair, or just keeping them on the floor. Let me show you first. I'm going 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. Before you're gonna start, let me explain a few things. First of all, why we are doing this. It will improve, it will create the strength and endurance in your hands and your shoulders, which will allow you to go comfortable on the wall. Instead of making these baby steps, pushing yourself down, you will learn with that conditioning exercise how to walk properly toward the wall and out of the wall. And second thing, let me show you how you should display that exercise. Please don't go on the right, left too much. Let me go from here. Let's say I'm doing this and like that. No, imagine that you're in a little hole and you just don't have space to move your hand right or left. Second one, you always push the floor away from you with one hand. Step number 3, protract your shoulder blades, and step number 4, try to not keep your shoulders very far from your wrist. So let me show you how I don't want to see. Let's say you bring yourself here, try to not go like that. No, take a look. Protract your shoulder blades, shoulders over the wrists, and from here slowly hide your ears. And you are pushing with one hand up, shoulder over the wrist, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. So you just treat every conditioning exercise as something that builds your awareness, something that builds your technique, something that builds your future handstand. I did it, your time to do that. Put this video on pause and let me drink my water again, because with all my respect, it's hot outside. So let's go once again with that exercise, all together. Round number 2, bring your legs. Again, first of all, build your foundation for the exercise, and then we're going slowly, 3, 4 steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Of course, align the movement with your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's hold ourselves in the plank position. Just 10, 9, push the floor away from you, keep yourself properly. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, one, and release. And after that, I think slowly we can go toward the wall, because again, I want everyone to have enough fun, especially if you are an advanced person. How you notice, I love to explain things, I love to talk about different things, especially if this is a topic of handstand, I can talk a lot. So, when you think about your handstand, there are three main columns that build a proper handstand. And when I say, what do I mean when I say proper? Clean. Clean technique. When you have a banana shape, I don't understand honestly when people say, I can do a straight handstand, and you look, your shape is like this. Maybe it's not a straight one. So in order to build a proper straight handstand, we need three main things. Flexibility and mobility first, because it opens a different range of motion. And think about next point, like after the handstand, you'll have press to handstands, as for example the straddle one. If your legs will have lack of flexibility and mobility, it will be just hard for you to bring them toward your torso in order to move them up. Thing about you which you need, of course, conditioning exercises in order to understand the technique and polish it. And thing number three that you need is, of course, strength and endurance. So because doesn't matter how good you are, if you don't have fuel, if you don't have strength in order to keep it, it would be very hard for you. So that's why in our warm-up section we cover the stretching, flexibility and mobility. You can add some exercise that you want. Now we are working on handstand technique, and at the end of the session we'll cover the strength side with the push-ups. So let's go toward the wall. Remember, if wall is still very hard for you, if you still feel weak or not very comfortable and confident, maybe it's still time for you to work on a chair. But for now, let me show you one of my favorite conditioning exercises despite of your level. So it's like L handstand, when you have one leg horizontal and one leg vertical. How to measure your distance. Pay attention please to the details. You are bringing your torso in a horizontal position and you have your legs in a vertical one. From here, where are your toes? You slowly bring your wrist there. Let me show you first. You're going up on the wall. You keep that, you see, like I'm still very far. You should have your shoulders over the wrists, having at the same time one leg vertical and another one horizontal. And you should be on the length of an extended leg, and when I say extended, I mean heel stick out from the wall. So it's not this, it's this. This is your proper length. And even here, I should bring myself a little more closely. So option number one is to holding yourself here. Option number two is to go in a L handstand. In the way how in the hollow hold, when you're doing for the abs, we squeeze our abs in order to also turn your tuck our pelvis. Same thing should be here. So don't bend your lower back, don't push your shoulders away toward the wall, and don't go too much over yourself with a vertical leg. Let me show you how I don't want to see that exercise. And by the way, record yourself from the side to see your mistakes. So if you start to look like this, it's not a proper position. Keep your elbows straight, hide your ears, shoulders over the wrists. Keep your leg vertical and round your lower back. So this is your position. Oppa. I think I covered everything. Let's try once and then we'll cover some mistakes after you're gonna do that. So you're going with 5-10 seconds one leg, 5-10 seconds another leg. If it's still too hard for you to switch them one after another one, then slowly drop and switch. I'm gonna wait for you and rest. Who can keep an L hold, go for an L hold. But I'm gonna stay here for a few seconds until you're gonna finish it. Remember the thing that I'm gonna tell you right now. Maybe sometimes you skip this part, but please don't skip. And the second thing, golden rule, especially if you still learn the handstand, never push yourself from the wall. So don't try to jump, don't try to like go very fast with that leg over the wall. What do I mean by that? Let me show you. It's very often when I see this also at the beginning. So they're going up And let's say you want to catch your balance, and people are going like this. They're trying to push and somehow to catch. No. Remember what I told you before? Firstly, everything should be very soft, very easy, and then full range of motion. What do I mean by that? Allocate your body weight first of all into your hands, feeling that, okay, I don't have my weight in my leg that is on the wall. I have my weight, body weight, into my hands, and leg is just supporting me. Leg is just helping me, but nothing more. It shouldn't be like the reverse one when you have your entire body weight here and your hands are just helping. No, because it's a handstand, not leg stand. So that's why first thing when you're working with all of these wall progressions, firstly move your body weight into your hands and only then you stick out your leg. And let me show you how it should look like. So let me go with another one. So I found my range, I bring myself in a proper position and take a look. Now I feel like I don't, my body weight is not here, it's not on the leg. So this is also something that I see very often. No, I push my body weight into my hands. Now my leg is feeling much more light. And now it's enough for me just to move my shoulders a little bit forward and voila. That's why you always, it's very important when you work with your walls progressions to have a proper distance. There is no necessity to push, to jump. It's enough just slightly to bring that entire form that you have forward, moving your body weight into your hands, and you'll just stick out that leg. Remember that. That's gonna help you a lot. And this is also a factor that will represent you as more advanced handstander and not someone who just, oh, I somehow catch it. How? I don't know, but I catch it. Okay, go for the round number 2. I'm gonna wait for you because I explained and everything. I'm here to explain things and not to display things. Let's go. 5 seconds one, 5 seconds another one. If you want, go for 10 seconds, both legs. And breathe, or actually let me go with you, but I'm gonna just keep the L handstand for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I want to switch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Some of you will try that right now, and you're like, wait a second. I understood everything, but I can't. And that's okay. One thing, what I don't like about social media nowadays, is that people rush so much to achieve things that actually take time and effort. For some reasons, people think that handstand is easy, but handstand is not easy. We evolutionary humans didn't need such a thing as a handstand. We need to walk, we need to run, but think about handstand is not something that is a common thing for humans in general. And now you're like, oh, as a kid, you spend so much time in order to learn how to walk, but for some reasons, as an adult, you think that learning handstand will go like that. No, it won't. So that's why I just want to make you a little bit more realistic, realizing that just because you can do something right now, it's not because you are bad. It's not because it's not for you. It just take your please time, effort, and patience, and you'll get it. But for now, just slowly try to bring awareness toward all of the details that actually build the proper foundation for your handstand. I have 2 more conditioning exercises, and one of them is one of my favorite. It actually helps a lot of people to get their first balance, especially yogis. They usually have something like so close, but there is something not enough. And that conditioning exercise is most of the time something that helps them. So let me show you. It also will prepare you for your future tuck handstand. So we're going more closely toward the wall. Pay attention, first of all. Round your lower back, bring your shoulders over the wrists. You don't stick out your legs if your torso look like this. No, shoulders, ears, pelvis. From there, slowly stick out one leg and drop another leg down. You have to listen to that carefully. You have to bring your quad, actually stick your quad toward your ribs. So it's not here, you literally bring your leg toward yourself. And from here, you slowly stick out. Papa, with your feet. So, how I say, you should have a distance where dropping your leg will connect that leg with your ribs, because otherwise at the beginning most of the people, which is completely okay, don't have control over their body, they don't understand where their limbs are, and it's very easy to lose that balance, especially if you bend a little bit your lower back, you can say goodbye to your handstand. So that's why let me show you the usual mistake that I see. So they're here, they stick out, they're somewhere here, but they don't connect that leg with them. And they try to stick. You have, first of all, a big distance, so you should do additional movements for some reasons, which you actually don't. And very often, when they try to stick, they go up with that knee. They're going up with that knee. You do so, it leads to the fact that you bend your lower back and you fall over it. So that's why, firstly, make sure that you build that line. Second one, you drop that knee, connecting that quad with your ribs. And only then, one thing that you have to do is just to stick out the feet. Feet, and that is no knee, no quads. So let's go together. Let's try once with each leg, and then we'll go toward the last one. Let me do this one with you, 5 seconds for each one. So I found my distance, shoulders over the wrists, stick out, slowly, slowly, slowly drop. Keep it. If you want, stick out. If not, not. 3, 2, 1. Switch for 3, 2, 1. Take a look. It's very often a big mistake when people trying to do like this. They're trying to disconnect their feet in hope, that they will catch that balance. Remember a thing which is very important. Your goal at the beginning, not to try to catch that balance, no, is to build a proper foundation. If it's still hard for you to keep yourself, let's say, 10 seconds against the wall with a proper technique, how do you think it would be like easier when you'll stick out the leg? If with the leg on the wall is hard, without it's even more harder. So then there's a question like, what should I do? And I'll provide an answer. If you are here, just keep that leg on the wall and hold it. So try at the beginning to improve the time in a proper technique against the wall. Let's say you hold yourself in that conditioning exercise for 5 seconds. Now try to go for 10 seconds. After 10, try to go in 15 seconds. Then you go 15, 15 on both legs. So now you have 30 seconds, 30 confident seconds with both legs against the wall in a proper position with a proper technique, not just somehow. And of course, after you build that, sticking out that leg would be much more easier. Instead of when you don't have all of that, you don't have the endurance, you don't have the body awareness, and you just somehow try to stick out in hope that you'll catch that 1-2 seconds, you'll waste your time. That's the truth that maybe Instagram Reels will not tell you about, because they usually try to create that hope that is just like this, but it's not. Take your time, take your effort, take your patience. Let's go for round number 2. Let me show you, if you're advanced, by the way, I completely forgot about you advanced people. You can go straight into the jump toward that leg with that bending tuck. So Oppa, that was bad. Stick your leg toward your ribs, push up, round your lower back and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's switch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's good. By the way, we're thinking to have a camp
in Thailand in April 2026. So maybe I can provide the details right now. But if you'll connect with my Instagram, you definitely will not miss the news. 5 days, 2 workouts per day. Maybe it's gonna be Bangkok, so take a look in the description. And the good news that I want to tell you is that all the things that I explained today is, let's say, on a superficial level, because of course I cover the most basic things in hope. Not in hope. I know perfectly that it will help you, most of you, but there's still, trust me, a lot of details which are hidden in between of all of these basics. So if you're very serious about your handstand, about your inversions, about press to handstand, in my school community you can find the full course that's gonna build your tuck handstand, struggle handstand, jumps into the handstand, and most of the things. Also, I have their class about flexibility and mobility, which definitely will improve you. You can do this one anywhere in the home, in the gym, wherever you want, in the nature also. And press to handstand class. So there is a lot of information that I slowly built, and I'll be happy to see you there again if you're serious about your skills. But for now, let's go for conditioning exercise number 3, and this is jumps toward straight handstand. Let me quickly, there is a lot of ways how you can kick up into the handstand, how you can jump in different techniques, but I'm gonna show you the most basic one. So the basic one is like containing 3 steps. Let me first of all show you, and then I'm gonna explain you. So the 3 steps. One leg is in the air, one leg is in the floor. Step number 1, you push. Step number 2, you catch that push. Step number 3, you connect your legs. So you have one after another one. Let me show you. Because it's most of the time it's like this. No. Firstly, hide your ears in between of your shoulders, because if you go with your head extended, it will lead to the banana shape. We aren't here to have the banana shape. Ears in between of your shoulders, look 5-10 centimeters behind your wrist. This is the thing number 1. Second thing is, of course, bend your fingers. Thing number 3, and this is the way a very common mistake, very important one. Again, listen, because this is a golden rule that definitely will help you. Most of the time, people are throwing their legs. What you have to do is to throw your pelvis and after your legs. What do I mean by that? Usually, people are build their handstand from up to down. No, you have to build your handstand from down to upward. What do I mean by that? You don't have to care about your legs if you didn't care about everything which is under your legs. First thing first, your wrist, then your elbows, then your shoulders, ears in between of your shoulders, then your scapula, then your pelvis, then your legs. That's how you jump, that's how you build always your handstand. Meanwhile, most of the time, people don't care that much about the lower part. They're thinking that I just need to somehow throw that legs and somehow to catch that balance. No, no. First of all, you care about that part and then about that part. It's logical. Yes, yes. So same thing here, take a look. Before you jump, you activate your wrists, shoulders, ears in between of your shoulders. You already activate your shoulder blades, which means you push the floor away from you, and you're not staying relaxed. Now, thing number 2, you're moving your. Take a look at the difference in between this and in between this. In the variation number 1, if you'll review, I just throw my legs. In the variation number 2, I bring my pelvis and then the legs. And that's how you build your proper jump into the handstand. So a lot of information, a lot of keys, but I know that this is where the progressions are actually hidden, not in the exercises, in the theory that you can apply to your exercises. So now let's go. If you're advanced, just skip that part and jump straight to your handstand. If not, we are going toward the wall, but there is one important thing is don't bring your head, don't bring your pelvis on the wall. Only one thing that is allowed to touch it is your heels. You bring your hands for around 20 centimeters behind, in between the hands and the wall. One leg up, push, catch, connect. Push, catch, and connect. So you're here. You see, I don't bend, I don't touch, I don't do anything like this. I still round my lower back and I try to stick out only one leg. That's more than enough for me. Keep it for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, and switch without bending your lower back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Great. Second thing is, of course, work on both legs. I know you have one leg which is comfortable, another one which is not, and you think it's impossible with that. Work on it. You can just do things that are comfortable for you. You should do things that are uncomfortable also. So that's why I keep everything in balance. And if you did 5 jumps with one leg, do 5 jumps with other leg, despite how bad they will look like. Improve it, because how you'll call yourself an advanced handstander if actually you can do everything just with one leg without training the other one. So now we have a little bit of pause, and then we'll go toward step number 2, round number 2. I explain most of the things, I cover most of the mistakes, so yeah, I think it's enough. For now, just let's go. I'm gonna push with my other leg. Let me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. I don't want to edit that part. I just want to show you that despite of everything that you see in social media, it's still okay to fail. It's still okay sometimes to not catch that balance. We are going 5 rounds, 10 reps for everyone, girls also, yes. And try to not keep a big pause in between of them. And let's start. Let's start. We're having 10 push-ups. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great. Take a rest. Take a rest. After we'll go to the round number 2. Do this one properly. Technique is priority number 1. Quantity is priority number 2. And not the vice versa. At least for me. Let's go for round number 2. Then push-ups. Be ready for 3. For 2. Up. 1. And 1. And 2. And 3. And 4. And 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 20. In future, you have to build it for around 100, 150, 200 push-ups. It should be a normal thing for you. I want to check if I still have coffee. Round number 3. Let's go. 10 push-ups. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great. There is a bird somewhere behind. We have 2 more sets. Yes, and we finish it. So leave me a review about the way how you feel about that workout, the top 3, top 5 things that you learned from today. I'm sure there is a lot of details that definitely will help you. And don't forget about the school community. If you're serious, I'm waiting for you there. Handstands, flexibility, press to handstand, and some calisthenics skills as handstand push-up, 90-degree handstand push-up. But for now, let's go for set number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. Breathe. It's early morning on my side. What a great way to start your Sunday with a coffee, handstand workout, and doing something for the community, for the people that have the same passion as you. So if you're still at that moment, I like you, and probably you like me also. So we have a little bit more, 3 breaths, and we're going to the last one. Second breath, and the third one. Let's go. Last round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Everyone, thank you so much for joining me today, for having that workout. And how I say, handstand is a big rabbit hole. You think that you should do a few exercises, but you finish to learn a lot of things. A lot of things about yourself, a lot of things about your body, and a lot of things about the handstand itself. Thank you so much. I'm waiting for you. And also, I'm up to provide one-on-one lessons, personal training, online of course. We can go for the video call, we can go for different apps where I'll bring you straight feedbacks for you, for your progressions, and the program that will fit you. This is the way how I teach, this is the way how I provide my knowledge, and thank you so much. See you.